Okay, so next we're going to add in our eyes. So the first thing you want to do when you're adding in your eyes is actually erase away the helper lines. So your helper lines are the ones that you drew to kind of show you where everything is going to go. So I'm not going to erase all of them. I'm just going to erase the ones that are associated with my eyes. So I'm going to erase that line through the middle of my head and those marks that I made to show me where my eyes need to be. Notice you can still basically see them, right? Yeah, you can still basically see them. Okay, that's on purpose. You want to still be able to kind of see them, but you don't want them in the way. So to do your, I lost mine, oh no. To do your drawing, I'm actually going to give you some special pencils. They're called ebony pencils. I literally just had it, you guys. Okay, I'm going to go get another one. I literally just had my ebony pencil. They're my favorite drawing pencils.
Have we used them before?
You have not used them before. So these are ebony, Prismacolor ebony pencils. They are very awesome, okay? They're my favorite drawing pencils. You don't have to use these to draw your face in, but it would really help you out if you did, so I highly recommend it, okay? When I'm done talking, you can come get one. So what you're going to do is you're basically going to start drawing your eye, and your eye is a football shape, essentially, okay? So draw yourself a football-shaped eye between those two lines that you erased but you can kind of see. All right? And then in the inside corner, you have a tear duct, which kind of obstructs that football shape just a little bit. So you're going to need to draw that tear duct in there and then kind of erase away the part of the football. So the one problem with these Prismacolor pencils is they do not have an eraser at the end. All right, so you've got basically a football shape but with a tear duct in there, right? We are using, I don't know if you guys remember, and of course I have since lost it. Ah, here it is. You remember that diagram of doing the eyes? So we're going to be using basically all of this information to make our eyes. But I'm going to show you a really easy way to get them symmetrical so you don't have to worry about like being awesome at this one and then this one being a like crazy train wreck, okay? I'm going to show you a really easy way to fix that situation. So anyway, football shape, tear duct, right? And then you want to create the roundness of your eyeball in your eye socket because obviously your eyeball is not football shaped, it's round, right? So you're going to create your iris. You shouldn't be able to see the whole thing unless you are opening your eyes like a crazy person. You should only be able to see part of it. Obviously, you're going to need to look in the mirror to see what part yours is. I will move you farther away from them if I have to. All right, and then you've got your pupil. Do not color your iris in. Just trust me on this. Don't do it, okay? You're going to have a variety of ways that you can fill these in later with color or not, depending on what you want. You don't want to have to erase stuff, so don't color your iris in, okay? So I've got my iris, I've got my pupil, and then you want to create the roundness of your eyeball, and you're going to be doing that by adding shadow into the corners of your eye. All right? And that shadow is going to make the eye inside your eye socket look round. So you're just going to add a little bit of shadow to the corner on both sides. It gets lighter as it comes in towards the center of your eye, just like that. All right? Then you can add your eyelid crease, not your eyebrow, but your eyelid crease. It goes along the curve of your eyeball and your eye socket. It's roughly the same width as your eyeball. It's not bigger, so don't make it go crazy out here. It can be smaller, but it's usually about the same size, okay? So there's your eyelid crease. Now you need eyelashes. Yes, you have to do eyelashes. They serve a function. They keep dust and debris out of your eye. When you're looking straight in the mirror at yourself, you actually can't see your eyelashes at the inner top part of your eye. It just kind of serves to make your eye darker right there. You actually start to see them right about where your pupil is. They start to fan out. You don't have to make them long, but you do have to put them there. I don't know why they do that. That's just a trick of perspective. Bottom eyelashes, I'm not going to require you do, but if you want to put bottom eyelashes, it looks like the ones going towards the inner part of your eye veer towards the inner part, and the ones toward the outer part veer towards the outer part. In reality, they all just go out the same direction, but that's how it looks. Trick of perspective. After you've got that, then you can add in your eyebrow. Okay? Your eyebrow, there's actually a really cool golden ratio thing to do to figure out your eyebrow. Now, within that really cool thing, there is a lot of variation because everybody's eyebrows are different, but they all basically follow the same formula. Miss Lindsay actually taught me this. Did you guys know that Miss Lindsay is a trained cosmetologist? She went to this school that teaches people at Disney how to do makeup. And she did the regular makeup so that she could work on regular movies, but she also did the special effects makeup program so she can turn people into werewolves and stuff. It's really crazy. You guys know Miss Lindsay in the cafeteria? Yeah. So she showed me how to do this when she was on vacation from school in Florida. So basically you want to do a dotted line from the edge of your nostril straight up. I'm kind of guessing where my nostril is going to be because obviously we haven't put our noses in. And then from that same point, I'm going to do a diagonal line straight through my pupil. And then a diagonal line that goes towards the outer edge of my eye. And that's going to give us some points that is going to affect your eyebrow, okay? So this first dotted line right here, that's where your eyebrow starts. This diagonal line is where the arch bends, and then this one out here is where it ends. Now within that, there's a lot of variation. For example, my eyebrow goes straight and then veers dramatically. Some people's don't veer very much at all, but there is still a slight curve at that focal point right there. Some go up and then down. It really just depends on you. So once you've got those spots marked on your page, you can fill in what your eyebrow does with those spots helping you guide you along. Your first couple of hairs on your eyebrow stand straight up. That's pretty much universal for everybody. I don't know why they do that. It drives me crazy. And then they start to lay down. And like I said, mine goes kind of flat across before it veers. So I'm going flat until I hit that diagonal line, and then I'm veering down. And it kind of starts to thin out as I get towards this last point right here that tells me where my eyebrow ends. Don't do your eyebrow right on top of your eyelid crease. You don't want a furry eyelid, okay? In reality, if your eye is all the way open, you should have about a finger width between the top of your open eye and the beginning of your eyebrow's arch. It is weird. Okay, so there's my eyebrow, my eye. Notice I haven't added any shadow yet. That's on purpose. We will add shadow later. Now for the really awesome trick that will help you make your eye go from here to here perfectly. Are you ready? Okay, so you're going to take your newsprint head. That's why we saved it, okay? You're going to take your newsprint head and you are going to put it directly on top of your eye. Notice I only grabbed a piece of it. That's because I only really need a piece of it. You can use your whole thing or not. Okay, so I'm going to put it directly on top of my eye. I can kind of see my eye through the newsprint. I don't know if you guys can, but I can kind of see my eye through the newsprint, so I know when it's totally covered up, right? Then I'm going to take my pencil, and I'm just going to shade in directly on top of my eye. Notice I'm doing it on the newsprint and not on my paper. If I did it on my paper, that would really ruin my day. All right, so I've done that. Now, when I flip it over, you can see there's a shadow imprint of my eye that I just drew, right? Okay, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to line it up. I want it to be right here between these two little marks. So I'm going to line it up. I can line it up by kind of putting my fingers at the ends and lining them up there, or I can even just kind of look at my other eye and I can make sure that it's not crooked, right? And it's not too low. So once I've got that figured out, okay, I feel like that's a really good spot for it. Then I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to go back over that phantom imprint pretty hard. Now I'm not going to do all of the details, like I'll add the eyelashes in myself, but I want to get like the main points, okay? So I traced over that. Now I'm going to pull it up, and you can see I've got now a phantom imprint that this whole mess right here created, okay? So now I can go in and I can clean it up and I can make it look like this side, but knowing that I've got the proportions right. All right, and that's the awesome trick for doing your eyes in proportion. Do you have to use this method? Absolutely not. You can do your eyes the old-fashioned way, just draw one on the other side. But if you want to try it this way, if you're just really not confident that you're going to get it perfectly, absolutely try this. Now, again, this doesn't work super well for me. One of my eyes is bigger than the other. So it doesn't actually work super well for me, but it might work really well for you. So I wanted you to know that it was available to you.